For dog lovers, pets are more like family. This is certainly true for Trish Lebeniak and her 2 golden retrievers. This is Sadie, her oldest, 11 years old. And this is Daisy, the baby who's 3.
She had a distinct barking, retching cough.
But back in June of last year, Trish noticed that something wasn't quite right with Sadie.
Eventually her bark got very weak, so she could barely bark. And at the same time, it was kind of interesting, she developed a huge mass on her neck.
And like most moms worried about a sick child, she sprang into action. After several trips to the vet, x-rays revealed that Sadie had an enlarged heart, and an echocardiogram confirmed that she had developed something called dilated cardiomyopathy. Then a few months later, Trish learned that Daisy was diagnosed with a milder case of the same condition. Searching for answers, Trish reached out to the FDA.
I went ahead and went online and reported her case to the FDA, which they eventually did contact me, and I did do a phone interview.
She learned that the FDA had recently released a report possibly linking dilated cardiomyopathy to dogs eating certain pet foods, more specifically a grain-free diet, exactly what her dogs had been eating for years.
They were both on Earthborn Meadow, which was a grain-free.
In their report, the FDA has not identified any specific brands that were reported so far during their investigation. The underlying cause of this ailment is not known, but the FDA believes it has a genetic component. The disease is usually seen in larger dog breeds like Great Danes, Boxers, and St. Bernards. But the FDA says several breeds of dogs, including Golden and Labrador Retrievers, Whippets, and a Shih Tzu, that were not typically genetically prone to the heart condition developed it while on a grain-free diet, prompting the investigation. Robert Wenzel is a veterinarian with Eastman Animal Clinic in Midland. He breaks down exactly what dilated cardiomyopathy is.
The 4 chambers in the heart, especially the ventricles, which are the lower 2 chambers, become enlarged, and the wall becomes very thin in the heart. And that can create congestive heart disease.
There's several symptoms associated with dilated cardiomyopathy. You may notice weakness, fainting spells, difficulty breathing, bloated stomach, and coughing. Dr. Wenzel says the condition may be triggered by the lack of taurine in a dog's diet. Taurine is an amino acid found in meat, dairy, and grain. In grain-free dog food, the grain is replaced by potatoes, lentils, peas, and other legumes, which are low in taurine. But Dr. Wenzel says he's still not sure that this is the sole cause of these problems.
At this point, we don't have real proof that this no-grain diet is the culprit. And to be honest, in the 36 years in practice, I can count the number of acquired dilated cardiomyopathy on one hand.
That's right, only 1 case of dilated cardiomyopathy in the hundreds of animals he's treated over the decades. He says he's still in favor of a grain-free diet, and for him, the benefits simply outweigh the risks.
For a lot of those dogs that have a chronic allergy, we get them off grain, corn, wheat, and soy. Within 4 months, that's how long it takes to get the allergens out of their system. We have a different dog.
And as eager as Trish is to find out exactly what made her dog sick, she doesn't feel confident that this is cut and dry.
I want to believe, because we all want to have a diagnosis and believe that there is a cause and this is it and it's an easy fix. But at this point, I'm not sold on it.
I'm hoping that we have some answers and get clarity, because I don't want people to overreact.
Now, Sadie and Daisy's conditions were treated differently, but both dogs are doing well. We reached out to Earthborn Meadow, the company that makes the food that Trish's dogs were eating. They tell us, quote, "We fortified Venture and Earthborn Holistics with taurine to help support pets that had genetic predisposition to DCM and that they've never had a recall in their company's history." The FDA is encouraging anyone whose pets may have developed dilated cardiomyopathy while eating a grain-free diet to contact them. You can find a portal on our website under the Hot Links tab. And again, this FDA investigation is ongoing. Reporting live in the studio tonight, Kate Nadolski, WONEM, TV5.